If you're looking for a carry-on luggage, then this video is for you. I bought 5 highly rated carry-on luggages from Amazon. I tested each of them, and I'm gonna be going over the pros and cons in each and telling you which one I feel is the best based on whichever circumstance I'm comparing. Do keep in mind that this video isn't sponsored by any of these bags. This entire video is based purely in my opinion and my experience with these bags. So here on the right-hand side, we have the Samsonite bag. The next one, we have the Imemo bag. Here in the yellow and blue, we have the Rockland bag. Next up, we have the Luggages bag, which is kind of unique. I'm quite excited to tell you what I really like about this bag in particular. And lastly, we have the Ben Sherman bag. So the first thing we're going to be comparing is basically the carrying capacity of each of these carry-ons. So when you're out and traveling, you do want to make sure that you have a bag that counts as a carry-on. But of course, you want that bag to basically hold as much stuff as possible. So looking from the side view here, you can kind of tell which bag is the taller bag. Here we have like the Samsonite bag being a bit taller, the Rockland bag being a bit taller, and then the Ben Sherman bag also being a bit taller. On the shoulder side, we do have the Luggages bag and the actual Imemo bag. So those two are on the shoulder end, which technically does mean that if there's less space to actually have you carry, that means less stuff for you to pack. And as far as the width of the bags go, we only have 2 expandable carry-on luggages here. The 2 expandable ones are the Samsonite bag and then also the Rockland bag. So expanding meaning which again, you can pack more stuff within it. The other 3 bags unfortunately do not expand. I must say, even though this Luggages bag does look very nice, it probably can hold the least amount of things just because number 1, it doesn't expand, and number 2, it just looks smaller in size. So as far as which bag I feel can carry the most amount of things while you're traveling, I gotta give it to the 2 expandable ones, which is the Samsonite bag and then the Rockland bag. But we'll hold off for a bit though until we actually take a look inside the bag. The next thing I do wanna go over though is the actual wheel durability. So with these carry-on luggages, you are gonna be rolling them quite a bit, a lot more than your actual check-in bags. So with these carry-on luggages, if we actually take a look at the durability of each of the wheels, we're looking for 2 things. How well does it connect into the bag and whether or not it's actually embedded into the bag versus whether it's just sticking out, looks very, very flimsy. And also if I basically feel it's a lot less durable compared to other wheels and such. So first for the Samsonite bag, you can kind of tell like this one here, it fits very, very well into the bag itself. I can tell these are durable. You've got a double wheel here. And as for the way it connects in, I'm going to be comparing it to the Imemo bag in a second, but you can tell the difference between this wheel here and then also the Imemo bag wheel here, okay? As far as the 2 main differences, you can kind of tell like the Imemo bag, it's just stuck in there. I can imagine this breaking a lot easier than this one in particular. So for this, the Samsonite bag so far holds the best durability I feel in terms of the wheels. So again, keep in mind that for wheels, you're gonna be not only rolling them in the airports, but outside in the outdoors. Think like cobblestones in London perhaps. So Imemo, unfortunately, not the best type of wheel I would recommend. So for the Rockland bag, just like how the Rockland bag and the Samsonite bag are both expandable, I am pretty content with this wheel being built in. Again, comparing this to the Imemo bag, which you see right here, you see how this part sticks out versus this one's more built in. I would feel a lot more comfortable with the Rockland bag, assuming that it's a lot more durable. Now let's move on to the Luggages bag. The Luggages bag is a bit more unique. I feel like, again, this kind of fits more of like the Imemo style, which means that it's a lot less durable. But again, which wheel would you feel comfortable with in terms of durability? This wheel here or this wheel here? Again, a lot wider surface area versus a smaller surface area here, which I feel like this can break. And lastly, we have the Ben Sherman wheel, which is actually a single wheel, but it is more built in. I would prefer a double wheel. So in terms of the actual durabilities of all 5 bags, I would say the most durable wheels have to go to the Samsonite and the Rockland bag. Second would actually be the Ben Sherman bag, although we do have a trade-off with the single wheel portion here, but it is built in a lot more. Next, we have the 4th most durable, I would say, is the Luggages bag that you see right here. And then lastly, I just don't feel comfortable with this Imemo bag having the most durable wheels. So as far as design and appearance goes, I'll let you be the judge of that. Here we just have a plain old black Samsonite bag. The Mimo bag I personally think looks the best with that brown trimming that you see here on the sides and as well as the handle. The Rockland bag, unfortunately, I feel is the most displeasing bag just because of the yellow and blue color. The Luggages bag, which does have a nice design as well. Look at those silver trimming corners. And then lastly, we have a Betterment bag, which is basically similar to the Samsonite bag, except it just has a more unique design with the checkered stripes and such. So with that, I'll let you decide which you feel has the best design or appearance. Next, we're going to move on to the functionality of the bag. So keep in mind with these carry-on luggages, sometimes you're going to be putting them on the overhead compartments. So if you could imagine, this is a Samsonite bag. We retract the handle back down, grab it from the handle here, and we carry it upwards. Okay, it works perfectly just fine. Next, we have the Mimo bag. So with this one, no handle up top, okay? So you do have to carry it like this and then put it up top, which makes it ever so slightly different. Rockland bag, it does function the same as the Samsonite bag. So again, grab it here, left hand handle, and then you put it upwards. Now for this next bag, the Luggages bag, same thing here. Grab it from the handle on the top, handle from the side, works perfectly just fine, functions very easily. Lastly, we have the Betterment bag, which unfortunately does not have a handle each side. So again, if you can imagine, you're carrying it more upwards above your shoulders and then finally grabbing it from the bottom, to which point you can put it on the overhead compartment. Next, I'm actually going to be going over how I feel actually packing these bags, starting with the Samsonite bag. So with the Samsonite bag, how it usually works during travel, we're going to put the carry-on back down and then we're going to open it up. So nothing so particularly that sticks out to me when we're opening up this bag. The only thing I wish it had was probably like these. It does have like these protectors on the side, but it doesn't really work that well. I feel like because this bag expands so much, you can see it's kind of like sticking out. Because it expands so much, these side protectors don't make all the difference. But overall, you can kind of see the compartments in there, in which you have a main compartment here, which does go to the corners, okay? Then you've got the straps, same thing on the left-hand side, compartment here, and it does go to all four corners. So really with the Samsonite bag, you're utilizing all of its storage. Next, we're gonna go with the Mimo bag. So again, placing it downwards. No side protectors, unfortunately. So opening it up. So with the Mimo bag, again, utilizing most of its corner space. Side pocket here with the mesh front, clip here. The handles here, just like any other bag. And then of course, all of it goes towards the sides of the bag. Next, we have the Rockland bag. So here with the Rockland bag, we do have side protectors on the side there. Let's back up. Next, let's move on to the Luggages bag. So with the Luggages bag, the thing that I really want to particularly point out to you guys is that this is a zipperless bag. So if you're one of those individuals who sometimes packs a lot of clothes, but sometimes those clothes get stuck within the zipper, then this Luggages bag may be the right one for you, okay? It is a zipperless bag. So how it works is that you simply just click it on and then clip it off, just like that. So in order to actually pack it, if we put it straight back down, again, we're making sure that the packing goes to all four corners easily. So unfortunately, we have the wheels sticking out here, okay? If you can see that. The wheels do stick out here, which makes it doesn't actually go to all four corners. And technically, that does mean less space, okay? Here we have the handle really, really prominent sticking out, okay? So again, what I'm looking for when it comes to actually packing these bags is how much of the bag is actually packable, okay? You would actually think that the entire side you're able to pack clothes in, but because of the handle here, and the wheels here, it doesn't really utilize its max capacity of space, which you would imagine would be from looking at the outside of the bag. So moving on to the last bag, which is the Betterment bag. Again, no side protecting here, but you do have some corner protectors on the side there. But let's go ahead and open it up and see if it utilizes the entire compartment of the bag. So here you can kind of feel some padding in the Betterment bag, okay, on both sides. So also feel it here, also in this corner. All right, so not much too much. You have a kind of like the handle occupying some space here up on the top. I don't really like how it kind of trims out like that, just because that means your clothes have to go underneath that. I would have much rather had it that this part was removed. But overall, again, a double mesh sided bag. Not much to say about that, but I don't feel like it's utilizing its full capacity when it comes to actually packing this bag. Okay, so for the bag for the best value, I've got to go for the Rockland Carry-On. I mean, this bag, it's expandable, it feels durable, it's really, really good for its value. It's got handles on both sides. And as far as the color scheme goes, you're going to come across a lot of other bags while traveling, which are very common, okay? The color black, maybe red, maybe white. This Rockland bag, I feel like it does stick out in comparison to other carry-on bags, which makes it easy to understand which one is yours. So as far as the best overall carry-on luggage, I've got to go with the Samsonite carry-on, okay? And so something that I didn't mention before is that I've been using this Samsonite carry-on for over 5 years. It's durable, it packs a lot of things, nothing has ripped, the wheels haven't broken, the handles haven't broken. It's got a dual handle for when you need to put it up top. Overall, this bag has really been through a lot. It's been through a lot of travels. It hasn't cracked, it hasn't broken. And overall, if you get a decent color, although it's going to stay, it might blend in with other carry-on luggage bags, the shell, the outer shell, actually really does withstand, okay? So using this for over 5 years now, it does withstand. I do believe that the Samsonite carry-on is the best overall carry-on luggage. Now, I do want to give a special mention to the Luggages carry-on. The reason why is because if you're one of those individuals who do pack a lot of things and you're trying to squeeze it down to zipper, this is a zipperless bag, okay? So you don't have to worry about the zipper catching onto your clothes, onto a shoelace, onto any drawstrings on your pants or shorts. This Luggages carry-on is actually very, very unique in the sense that it just clips on and it also locks in. So again, if you're someone who's basically tired of having their clothes getting caught in the zipper, the zipperless Luggages carry-on, it does deserve a special mention.